Welcome to Hadley and Filament. This is Mr. Ernesto shooting live from Ernie's kitchen. Stay tuned. Hey, so before we start with today's show, I'd like to mention and thank people who participated on last week's challenge. It was all about potatoes. So let's see some of the winners. Alright, for today's food challenge, we're going to be talking about pizza dough. So during this show, we're going to create the pizza dough together and we're going to show you how to make it. And then you're on your own. Your challenge will be to finish that pizza. Alright?
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo. Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchi.
So 1 tablespoon of yeast, 1 cup of warm water, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of butter, and 2 cups of flour. Clear? So stay tuned. We're gonna make this together. All right, let's start with the preparation of your pizza dough. So I already poured the 1 tablespoon of yeast in here. I dissolve it very, very, very well. And what I like to do often is to add a pinch of sugar into this mixture because the sugar kind of activates the yeast. You know, this microorganism loves sugar. So that's what they do. They eat that sugar sweet and then release the little bubbles that you'll see here, right? That help with the fermentation or that produces the fermentation, all right? Or induces it, all right? So now we have that ready. I have 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar here. I melted my butter. Usually 3 tablespoons go for about 20 seconds in the microwave. All right, so if you want to go, you want to be specific, just to make your life easier. And then I have the 2 cups of flour in here, right? For these recipes, we're going to use just the all-purpose flour. All right, so there's the salt, there's the sugar. One thing I like, and we talk in class a lot, is to always mix your dry ingredients together and then the liquid ingredients together in a separate bowl, right? So for in this case, we're gonna need some dry ingredients and we're gonna mix them together like salt, sugar, and the flour, all right? As you can see, all right, then we're gonna use the butter. We're gonna put it in there slowly, all around, and spread it. Then we'll start mixing it slowly. Try not to make a mess. And then again for the rest. Again, you can use whole wheat flour for those who like to go that way. And when it's mixed, we're going to slowly start mixing our yeast mixture. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit at a time. If you have some help at home, obviously I would like to mention that only go to this food challenge if you have your parents' permission or if you are supervised by your parents. If you have someone helping you, that other person will slowly pour your yeast mixture and you can go at the same time and make sure Make sure you coat it all. So you start getting this mixture here. It's like, looks like a cookie dough at this point. And then we're going to cover it all. Put the rest in it. So we're not going to touch it too much. We're just going to make sure it's well mixed. Then our next step is to cover it with like a wet rag. In my case, what I do is I take paper towel, get it all damp a little bit, and I cover it and let it rest for 2 hours. You can go 45 minutes, an hour, depends, you know, like if you're in a little rush and you're really hungry, you can go for half an hour. Sometime in my class, we just go right from here. All right, because we only have like 15 minutes. Okay, so stay tuned. You'll see the final product of this.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor, delle belle turbando al riposo.
Alright, this is how it's supposed to look like before you put it away. This case has been like 2 hours. First, why we have to put it away for 2 hours? For best results, it's good to let that little microorganism that we put inside, called yeast, to do the work, right? So he's in charge of making the dough rising, right? And the damp rag, or in this case, it could be a towel, a paper towel, is to keep the dough moist. If you leave it outside without being covered, it kind of like dries out a little, right? So you don't want that. You want a soft, moist dough. So let's see how it's going here. How does it look like? Before I take the dough out, I always like to sprinkle it with some flour, because at this point it's a little bit wet inside, and you'll see in your case, you know, or in our case, you'll see it's going to stick to your hands a little, but just keep sprinkling dough until it doesn't stick to your fingers anymore. One is the dough is ready, is when it doesn't stick to your fingers. So we're going to do that. I already did a little bit of that before, and then as you can see, I have this area prepped. That's where we're going to roll it. That's where we're going to roll our dough. So first of all, I'm going to knead it a little. So this is called kneading the dough. You fold it, and then you press down, and so on. Alright? This is when you're going to need a little bit of muscle. Right? So you can see soft dough. Fingers go right through almost. Right? I'm going to place it here flat, and we're going to use the pin, the rolling pin. So one tip: when you're rolling the dough, please ensure that you go from the center out, center out, center out, center out. Otherwise, your pin will roll the dough with it. So center out, center out, center out, center out. There you go. You flip it, do the same, center out. Until you get the shape desired. I mean, from this dough you can make pizza pocket, you can make mini pizzas, you can make a lot of things, right? There you go. So look. Let's get in there. Right, so we're gonna leave it at that. So then you will place it on the tray and so on. The ingredients that I'm gonna use as topping, in my case, my choice, it's gonna be pepperoni. It's gonna be salsa, no pizza sauce, salsa. There's already onions, there's pepper in it, tomatoes, so why not? You can saute some vegetables. Anyways, I don't want to give any tips. This is you. It's your challenge right now from this point on. And I'm gonna use some cheese. Alright, so good luck, submit your work, and see you next time. Take care.